Good afternoon, folks. David with Signed and Slabbed back for another Monday mail day. Today is August 21st, so let's dive in. In the previous mail day, I had shown some Ric Flair Pop Funko figures, and so that continues in this mail day. So this one is number 57. It was out of the 2K19 special video game and memorabilia pack. And so this is if you recall back then I'd mentioned that the one with the sunglasses is the one with the game. So here's that pop. And Flair is going to be at the Autograph Show of Texas this weekend. My buddy Ryan Fitterman puts that on twice a year, has a pretty good lineup, very interesting lineup this coming weekend, but I'll be planning to get this signed there. Next up, which is also was part of the 2K19 package that I'm describing, is this is a lucite I don't know, lucite plaque or something, but it's got a piece of the pink robe that Flair wore. And so this was also inserted with the video game in that 2K19 bundling. As you can see here, these were made by Fanatics. It's just a little piece of lucite, but they sign okay. So it's kind of a unique piece. Think of it as like a autograph patch card, except it's a little bit bigger. But I'll also be planning on getting this signed this weekend as well. All right, so now we will move on to some cards. This one, so I've started a small, very small little PC on this guy, just because I think the price points have kind of made some sense. And then this is also a series of cards that I really like a lot. So I have a small collection of them. But here we have Ichiro in the 2022 Allen and Ginter stained glass. So these stained glass cards came out of what are called the RIP packs. So, or the RIP cards. So in Allen and Ginter, they have some like box topper type items, but also some cards that have cards like this or other minis. There's also like metal and wood parallels that are inserted into other cards, but the only way to get them is to rip the cards or to rip the rip pack. There's like oversized cards that I think have 3 cards in them, and there should definitely be a stained glass in as one of the 3. Anyway, the estimated pop run on these stained glass are I think 20 to 25. They're not numbered as those short prints or whatever. They do have card number on the back, which you will also see on the front of the flip here. But anyway, I think these are pretty cool. They're really short printed. And so I've been picking up guys that I like out of this set, but when I saw this for sale, these stained glass actually don't normally grade very well. They're frequently off center. They're actually very easy to scratch. And so to hit a PSA 10 on this, it's not impossible, but it's hard. And so I just felt like with the things that I like to collect, this was a no-brainer Ichiro for me to bid on, and ended up winning it in an auction at a pretty decent price, especially for a PSA 10. So anyway, I was really pleased to get this. So I'll add this to my very small but growing Ichiro Suzuki collection. One of the things I also think is cool about Ichiro's cards is it's not often that his last name's on there. Most of his cards only say Ichiro like it does on here. So it's somebody that only needs one name, I guess. But anyway, cool little card, I think. All right, the next 2 are a couple of PC guys for me. So the first up, it's actually go back to school day here in Texas at the universities. And so my son actually started Baylor today. which is where I had gone to college. And so Baylor's one of our most famous, probably I guess our most famous football player, certainly recently, Robert Griffin III. So I have a enormous RG3 collection that I had put together back during 2012 to kind of 2015. A lot of rookie cards and things like that. And so now, as I'm looking back on it, and decided that as I see some cool stuff of his, it's not expensive. I'll just pick it up to kind of add to that PC. So this is one. These were out of the 2012 Fleer Retro, and I guess Fleer Retro, and well, this is the Flair Showcase Hot Hands card. Um, it's not, again, not serial numbered, but in that 2012 retro for football, they basically put all the different inserts that, especially all the basketball guys like. So there's jambalayas in there, there's PMGs in there, multiple colors. There's Noise Boys, there's Playmakers Theater. It's all this stuff, including this, which is the Hot Hands insert. So anyway, kind of a fun little card. Much more. These are much more well known, and the other inserts out of the retro were actually much better known in the basketball world. But saw this, thought it was a low enough price that it wouldn't hurt to add to PC, so picked up RG3. Then next we've got my main man, Mookie Betts. So I, who doesn't love gold? So here we go. We've got I think this was 2021 Stadium Club. This your gold refractor, numbered out of 50, if you can see it there. And yeah, so when would I prefer these graded? Of course. Would I love to have them in tens? Of course. But you know, for now anyway, I'm usually able to get most of these gold Mookies numbered to 50 at 20 to 25 bucks a card raw. And so for me as a player collector on him, I feel like that's super good value. And it's something that I can put in my binders as I've shown before and just let them sit there. And so anyway, Stadium Club, not as well known. And so sometimes you can get this sort of thing a little bit cheaper. I think last mail day I'd shown you the first day issue Stadium Club. So this is just another one to add to my group of Mookie PC raw cards. All right. Last but not least, this was a group of cards that I bought on auction. I think they probably came out of Probstein. But again, signed in slab. This is the kind of stuff that I like. I don't like these trading card holders, as you know, but when I can buy a slabbed autographed Hall of Famer at the right price, especially for what I think are neat looking cards that are basically cheaper than I can do it myself at a show, I'm gonna buy some of that stuff. So here we have, this is, I think, 1970 Topps All-Star Juan Marichal. I like the design of these cards, so I've decided that when I see them, if they're at the right price, Hall of Fame guys, I'm gonna buy them. This card was, barely more expensive than the slab and the raw card, so it's almost like the autograph was for free. As I mentioned, in a trading card holder, I hate that, but I'm not gonna on stuff like this where I bought. If you see me selling things like this, it usually means I bought it that way. For a guy like Marichal, I'm not gonna invest an extra 20 something bucks just to flip out the plastic. I know what this is, and am happy to kind of educate people so that they understand. No one's reproducing or making like fake 1970 off-center All-Star Sporting News cards of Juan Marichal. So, and this is also something, it's not like it's a rookie card or anything. So, as you've heard me say before, I don't really care about card grade. I kind of want it to look good. I definitely want the autograph to look good. So, next up, another Cy Young winner. This is the 1977 Jim Palmer, and he's inscribed on this 73, 75, 76 AL Cy Young. So pretty good looking, pretty cool looking card. Definitely like the inscription on it. This one actually, you could see it had a wax stain on the back. And so, again, another reason why the front of the card's pretty sharp. It's a little off center, but so what? I'm not trying to locate like $200 Jim Palmers. I want stuff that's affordable that, a lot of different people can collect. This is a great sort of crossover card, especially in what I do, because it'll appeal to your Orioles fans, it appeals to your Hall of Fame people, and it also appeals to people who might be trying to put a run of, different AL Cy Young winners together or something like that. So anyway, Jim Palmer. Then next up, we've got a series here. So another, again, Sporting News All-Stars. I like this stuff. Brooks Robinson, the Human Vacuum Cleaner. This was really affordable. I was able to buy this slabbed up autograph, etc., like way less than what he charges to sign. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I mean, look, the card is. I think this was a 68. The card's got some minor sort of creasing you can kind of see there on that corner, but the 68s hide that stuff really well. And so, again, for a reasonable price, this is an easy one for me. Um, Next up, we've got, this is a 1973 Brooks Robinson. This is the year that I was born. He has signed this one, 1970 World Series MVP and 18-time All-Star. So again, I get a signature, I get a couple of inscriptions. The card's a little off center, but for the price, who cares? Again, it's off center on the back. So what? No one looks at the back. They look at the front. And with autograph cards, that's the main things. The autograph's got to look good. It's got to start there. So there's that one. Here we've got a 1977 Brooks Robinson. Nice looking card again. Inscribed All Century Team. So another cool inscription on that. And then last but not least, we've got the 1974 Brooks Robinson with the 1970 World Series MVP inscription. Again, cool looking card. Nice signature. Got an inscription. For the price, you just can't beat stuff like this. So who knows? I may be on my way to trying to put together the whole Topps run of Brooks Robinson. His rookie and his second year card be a little bit more expensive, but the others, can probably be done pretty reasonably. He's a guy that you don't really see out at shows a lot anymore. I know that he had a couple of tumbles maybe the last time or two that he was out. I think he does sign through his website, but it's more expensive than what I can buy this stuff already done for. So that's why I buy it that way. Anyway, that's it. So today we had some wrestling, some baseball, some football. We've got raw cards, graded cards. We've got autograph cards. We've got Pop Funkos and other memorabilia. It's all here. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, drop me a follow me on Instagram, send me any questions you've got. Happy to answer them. And until next time, happy collecting, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks.